This is Darshan working in an automotive industry. Today I am going to teach you what are all the factors impact your mind externally, how system behaves, how system impacts on your mind, and also how to deskill the leadership. Okay? Edward Deming says 94% of a problem in every organization is system driven and only 6% is people driven. Have you heard that number? 94% of a problem in every organization is system driven and only 6% is people driven. If the 95% of every organization is system driven, why are you not concentrating on the system, right? In this video, I'm going to teach you about how system works, what are all the factors impacting the system in an organization, how to produce an effective system, how system behaves, and what are all the factors impacting on your mind by the system. Okay, so Bhagavad Gita clearly says everyone in an organization has a tendency to cling to the system, right? If everyone in an organization has a tendency to cling to the system, it is applicable to the daily life also, right? For example, you go to the hotel, right? First you need to order, right? That is a system, right? Okay, the system they are following, you need to follow, right? In a company also, right? Daily in the general shift, 9 o'clock you need to punch, and 5:30 you need to punch for you to go out, right? Or for in the lunch time, you need to punch and go to the lunch, right? The system they made and you are following, right? And also, if you are a general manager, everybody in a subordinates or foreman or leaders, they need to follow you, right? That is the system you made. Okay, if you are a leader, the peoples under you, they need to follow you. That is the system they made and they are following, right? So make sure everyone in an organization has a tendency to cling to the system, right? And again, Bhagavad Gita clearly says it is the leader who creates the system and rest follows it. Yes or no? Right? See, imagine the problem arises. The subordinates doesn't know what to do. They come to the leader, right? For decision, right? Sir, I don't know what to do. The leader decides what to do, right? And the same message follows, go to the down the line, right? And that message creates the system. So it is the leader who creates the system and the rest follows him. So decision of the leader impacts majorly on the system. So while making decision, make sure you are making an effective system. Okay? And again, Bhagavad Gita clearly says knowledge is everything. If you do in an organization come through, if you don't know what are you doing as an operator or a foreman or a leader or a manager, if you don't know what are you doing, then the whole system collapses, right? You are doing in a wrong direction, the complaint arises, yes or no? So knowledge is everything. Lack of knowledge impacts majorly on the system, right? Next, if you do not create a system and system is created by default based on their ignorance and comfort zone of the subordinates, is this so? Is this really happening in your organization, right? You doesn't created a system for some things, okay? And the subordinates doesn't know what to do. Then what is going to do? Based on his ignorance or his knowledge or his comfort zone, he keep on making certain things, right? So make sure a system for everything, and again everything in accordance to the system. So if you do not create a system and the default system is created based on the comfort zone, make sure everything, there is a system for everything and everything is in accordance with that system. Okay, so again Okay, so effective system produces effective work. I already clearly told you, everybody in an organization has a tendency to cling to the system. If the system is effective, right, everybody in your organization is clinging to that effective systems. So this statement says effective system produces effective work, right? See, if you are creating a system, please create an effective system, because that effective system is creating effective work. The task is easy. All your motivation, approach, kindness, everything is wasted if your system is effective, which produces effective work. So make sure you much more concentrated on producing and creating an effective system. Let's now go through how system degenerates. Okay, whenever a change in a system, it impacts on the originality of the system and gives room to new degraded system. Okay, if there is a change, for example, the manager is absent, there is no proxy person who is equally responsible as manager. What to do? There is no proxy system, there is no decide factor, there is no one what to decide. Hence, the system degenerates. So, make sure there is a proxy system. If there is a change in a system, make sure there is a proxy system such that it should not affect the originality of the system. Okay? If one takes the advantage of the system and the rest try to take the advantage of the same system by the same manner. Okay? For example, there is a loophole in the system. The manager is taking bribe, right? He is giving the poor quality to the product of the company, right? He is taking some money into his pockets. What is going to happen for other managers, right? Jealous going to happen, right? Because he is taking the advantage of the system. Others have the same tendency to take the advantage of the system. For example, in daily life, what about our politician? Corruption is happening, right? Why? Because they are taking the advantage of our system. So all other politicians have a tendency to take the advantage of the same system. Okay. To conclude, okay, what and all we are all taught to you, it is the basics and fundamental thing, right? So everything is about the system is basic and fundamental thing, right? A leader must be knowing all these things. Not only these things are basic things, they are ultimate things. Okay, you cannot go out of the syllabus. This presentation teaching you everything, right? So the ideal system is an imagination. You cannot find out an ideal system. Based on our psychology, we are into this organization, right? So it's not ideal system. We cannot create an ideal system. It's how closer to this ideal system matters a lot.